They scrambled like, wait, who are we playing in the grand finals against?
Who?
What? Who?
OG's lacking time. Okay.
Legion Commander.
More illusion clear. It's able to remove the silences off of the OD as well if he does. And like we mentioned, they don't like to get BKB, so he's able to. If he's able to do that, it's cool. And they can put a lot of pressure on the safe lane. And it's very good versus the Drow Ranger just to get on top of him. Yeah. You know, you always want to be able to cancel the precision aura for him. So Earth Spirit and Legion Commander are very good at being able to do that. And heavy team fight, and this gives them a little bit of a pick-off potential with that. So
okay.
Cool draft.
A good draft to start the grand finals, right?
Absolutely.
All right.
Both of them are very strong, so
let's do this. It is my great pleasure to start things off for the grand final of the Boston Major. The voices behind this grand final, there's an OD in game and there's an OD at the desk, and he's joined by a magical presence. It's Merlini.
Probably making a lot of people happy. I think something special about AD Finem is that they have a lot of unique drafts. This one is no different. This Drow puck combination is actually something that OG use quite often, and of course we see the support weaver from maybe next time.
Gonna drop the ward down here, AD Finem. Both sides getting the vision, but immediately dewarded by OG. OG themselves not really with a good, and the fact that puck can lane relatively well against the OD seems to be going alright here for Thug.
And he has that high ground ward. It's definitely not to be underestimated. And Thug does have a salve, so he is a salve up on Ana. Ana should be able to get his bottle, I think, in this creep wave, which shouldn't be that big of a deal for him. He does orb out. Jerax is coming in from behind.
And this is going to be the puck without his escape mechanism. Roll forward. He's got the phase shift to dodge the slow. They'll come in with a boulder smash, Thug. Is he going to be alright? Looks like he will. Nice little phase shift there. Dodging the initiation of Jerax. And even without that orb, Thug remaining alive and had that salve ready to go. So back to full health. Jerax is going to continue to hang around though, and try and get a bit more space for Ana to catch up.
Of HP regeneration in that top lane. He's getting bullied out by Fly and No Tail. He could potentially die over here.
Yeah, with this Shadow Word and Lucer being Skylark, he's going to drop incredibly low. He's starting to come back in with a battery assault. Cog's down, but it doesn't matter. First blood there for OG. Fly will take the kill. No Tail gets himself back to safety. At the same time, mid lane, Ana for a bit of a setup onto Thug. Jerax trying to come in, waits out the phase shift in the orb, but proving to be a little too hard for the Earth Spirit to have the control to bring down this puck.
Kind of a wash. Like LC is still getting good amounts of experience despite them not being able to get a kill on him. And top lane, they're already reinforcing. They know that Warlock had just TP'd mid, and they're walking back up there because that's the lane that you want to deal with. A solo Luna in the off lane this early in the game without Eclipse is your prime kill target, but they're wrapping around behind on Thug. Earth Spirit with a 1-1-1 build, he has to be able to get the roll into the silence.
He's got to get the perfect timing here, Jerax. And TP across will be there, goes for the silence first, into the stun, and they'll try and take him down with Spartan. He's there with the disruption step. The orb, he face shifts, he's out. The right clicks will do it though. Ana finishes off Buck in the mid lane. Spartan trying to punish out his play, but Ana balls up. He's even thinking about turning around it with the DD. He goes for Spartan. Spartan gets the final touch. And Ana playing a little too aggressively for his own good there. Throws away his life.
He maybe expected some support from Jerax in the river over there, but he wasn't able to bottle up to safety.
Well, whilst that was happening,
it's about to be 6 minutes. Can Spartan get the top?
Coming in onto Jerax, but he immediately silences Skylark in return. Madara moving down. He's going to gust up Jerax, and Jerax, he's good enough dead. And No Tail, he could be in trouble as well. M&T a little low on the mana though, so can't dive forward. Madara sees him. Could get a reach in. No Tail will survive Salva. Meanwhile, back towards the mid lane. Thug takes down Ana with the help of Spartan. Intense, but he's not smashing anything up yet. But still, I mean, at this stage of the game, I guess there's certainly both teams have positives to take away from this early beginnings, but AD Finem certainly making the plays happen, and they're not stopping yet. Mid lane Skylark with the hook shot immediately coming in onto Fly, and indeed 7 experience away from the 6 there. So no chance for Fly to offer anything in sorts of a turnaround, and in fact S4 comes forward. $1 million dream cost kind of hitting him back as oh, he's been caught out. The Eclipse goes through, but the disruption from Spartan, it may just save Flo. No, there's Jerax with the timing, gets the smash and the silence out. So despite Spartan's best efforts, Thug will not be saved.
Maybe next time, I'll bring her around, maybe trying to get a kill on S4.
S4 starting to come across, but it's all warded out. Vision of this area, Spartan immediately just holding him back. Mass TPs now coming through from AD Finem. They want to try and fight this demonic purge. Drops Jer straight down onto S4. He tries to purge it off, but that ain't going to happen, son. With the press, the attack, he's out. Fly now in a bit of a sticky situation. Ana will try and save him for the time being with the Astral, but he's surrounded by AD Finem. They'll take down the Warlord. Ana's trying to TP out. In fact, he stops. He looks towards Thug. He's trying to turn it around with the help of No Tail and Jerax. Thug falling low. Silence, no Jerax should be able to find the hook, and he will. But at the same time, it's 2-for-1 at the moment. Anna's falling incredibly low, heads down towards the south on the retreat. OG starting to turn this one around potentially. MNT still about, no tail and Charax a little too high for them to finish off. Lucid being down onto spawn, but no more further chase down there from OG.
Target that they can go on. Legion Commander, no Blink Dagger. There's no way to stop him from just orbing, phasing.
He's got the Impus rune now.
Oh, that's a big one. That's actually, I think, the best rune for the LC right now.
As we can see though, AD Finem sort of fortunate here in their movements. They're actually looking down towards the bottom. They know that Anna's alone. Anna's going to try for the TP out, but there's the vision. And Scarlet just casually walks in, has the battery assault. And I don't think there's any escape here for this OG. There's no TPs coming through. OG just letting Anna die here in this situation. There's no way they can save him.
Is that worth losing a T1 tower in their mid though, OG?
They might not even lose it. AD Finem already over, maybe looking for the defense. They have the Dream Core, they have all ultimates available. And Scarlet with that play as well down bottom. He was very cool about it, didn't blow out a hook shot. He's still got that ready for this mid lane fight. Can he find the lead in?
Oh, he was so close to getting coiled under the tower. That would have been disastrous. Fly in a very good position to drop a rock. He's just a little bit to the north, hiding behind No Tail.
Gotta be careful of how much they group up. Targeting low and Thug gets the deny on the back lane. Lines of it all. The MNC has kind of taken the attention away from OG as they were drawn to, and they just haven't found the window. Just leaving No Tail farming on his own down bottom.
He doesn't want to shoot a rocket. If he shoots a rocket, he reveals his positioning, but at the same time, he does want to hook this
Scarlet
Luna.
might find him anyway. No Tail just outside of the night vision at the moment. Scarlet won't spot him out. And with that rocket, they will. Already S4 and Jerax being coiled up. But again, AD Finem holding back, not wanting to initiate a round here. So close to the tier 1, they know that there's going to be backup, and they know that OG still have these huge team fight ultimates at their disposal. Taking it down at an incredible pace, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any chance that OG can stop it. They'll send a creep across, but it's already too late. Roche is down, and Madara has the Aegis in his hands.
I really like a build from MNC for that though. The double minus armor for the Medallion Blight, and
You've got Anna pressuring up top. Bit of a movement from OG, sweeping the jungle of AD Finem, seeing if they find any stragglers, but the full force of AD Finem is indeed all down here. So they take a tower themselves, AD Finem, and OG may be able to find a trade, but at the same time, AD Finem, they look to potentially move on.
two of them, they know where Fly is. I think they might have seen him place a ward too.
He's coming through though now into the mid lane. And then moving across, and has got the sentry ward down. Will pick up MNT and start to hammer into him, and back jumping in with the duel. S4 will catch the bug out. That sentry ward of OG deciding to not take that fight.
S4 walks into Observer Ward range.
They know he's here. Madara closing the gap with the Shadow Blade, but immediately S4 blinks back. Madara jumps forward here with the Hurricane Bite, trying to finish him off, but with the Blade Mail and the Shadow Word, is it going to be enough to save him? The Rock, it will. They keep S4 alive. The question is if OG can find anything in return. The land of Lucid Beam onto Madara. Madara falling over the Dream Core for Thug. Holds back OG, and Madara will be allowed to escape there.
Wow, one hit away, and Clockwork will get dueled up at the end of the day. He did shoot that rocket uphill just so he could get, hopefully, what would have been that last hit on the Legion Commander, but the Shadow, like, I don't think they're going to see this coming, too. It's very difficult to itemize against, like, Pipe against that amount of magic damage. It's not something that you can switch to, like, right now, 24 minutes into the game. You have to prepare for it. And it also will, like, alter the way that OG farm a little bit, too, because he's not going to be as strong at taking Ancients.
I'll see if they find the opportunity to use it here in this mid lane push.
Yeah, I think you just drop it on S4 as the rock comes out, and by the time you like base shift or Shadow Blade, the damage is going to be done.
Trying to make an initiation here, and there we have it. In fact, they clip drop down on the area on the ground, and it pummels through them. You get a beam, and everyone gets a beam. No Tail knocking down both of them.
They're probably like, what the hell just happened? Right there.
He could be in trouble as well. Will be stunned up. A sentry's dropped as well. Jerax has eyes on him, and he's back up, and he's going to get in the form of Anna and Fly immediately with the time lapse. But Anna, he gets the Astral, setting him in place. Silence is there as well, and they'll find themselves a third. OG, incredible ingenuity there.
Got perfect positioning by the Earth Spirit stun, and by that time you might already be dead from the Eclipse, so taking that risk on the team fights is probably not something that they want to push at this point in the game. Just keep taking down Roshan's, keep avoiding the big Fatal Bonds rock combo, and try and get pickoffs with your Jarminder who has the Shadow Blade.
OG ready to move around as a 5-man again. Will smoke up, and wards from AD Finem catching it out. We'll see if AD Finem are prepared.
Spartan's in a perfect place to pop it, and he has the Observer Ward. So,
yeah, this is really smart position. Immediately just TPs out as soon as he senses danger. Skylark as well, walking himself away. Anna tried to jump forward, will get the Astral. They will manage to get the lock on this. S4 closes the gap. Oh, no! Skylark hook shots away, and the drive-by stun holding S4 back, meaning no duel to hold him in place. Very, very smoothly done there by Skylark, and just overall, as you said, Spartan's positioning, meaning that gank was not going to find a kill. What a mate, Jarek's trying to fight up against MNT. Will hold back the Weaver with a stun. Anna is there to back him up, and with the sentry drop, they should find this kill. MNT trying to keep himself alive at the time. That's trying to get out of range of the sentry as well. He will manage to keep himself safe. Jarek goes for the swing. Oh, and he shoots and he scores. Jarek finds him in the tree line. So they will punish the Weaver, despite MNT's best efforts to get outside of the range.
He's going to escape.
But didn't expect the hook shot. Well, okay, No-Tail, he didn't expect it either. He's trying to turn around and cast the ultimate of sorts. There will be a chaotic offering, buying him time to get out of there. Now No-Tail turns, one loosened beam to the head, and they find the kill. Fly there with the support to allow No-Tail to escape and turn that adventure around, and they're not done yet, OG. Max moving forward, Spartan behind the tower. He'll actually disrupt himself, but S4 and Jarex, they're wrapping around. S4 really wants to find some sort of a duel. This time he'll get it. The two of them catching out Spartan. Nice, plus 42 damage now in S4's bag. OG, again, they're just going from kill to kill by this way. They jump forward, they found the lockdown on Madara. They drop down the Eclipse Aghanim's ultimate from No-Tail. And there really is no escape from that spell, Ben.
Yeah, they're kind of moving in there one at a time, trying to pick off a hero or two.
AD Finem are a hero down. They know there's no chaotic offering, they know there's no Eclipse. They may go for a bit of a play here. Roshan falling low. Look, has the Dream Coil, the hook shot as well. Lots of forms of initiating. And OG playing fairly timid, in fact. They don't want to finish it off. They know that AD Finem have the favorable fight around here with the status of the ultimates in mind.
It's so low. It's at like 25%. I mean, can't leave it.
They really can't. As soon as that Drow's back online. Esso now picked up by MNT as well, so AD Finem can make incredibly short work of this. Madara Hurricane Pikes into the pit. Hook jumps towards where Jarex is there. He's trying to look for Madara. He kind of shoots him out there on the vision edge of the pit. They've got the ward down. He shadow plays Madara. He gets himself away. The Savage is not enough to finish him off. S4 does find the Bleep Jewel onto the SD. Jarex finishes off Madara. So OG get the 2 kills that are crucial. They'll go back in. Do AD Finem still want to try and do anything about this? They do have Dream Coil. Hook shot, of course, off on cooldown. Doug, will he make an attempt for a big old play? He's going to jump, he goes for the size, but immediately Jarex is there with the reactions, decided to the beatdown. OG, take the kill, take the Aegis, and Jarex, he was ready for that puck play.
Yeah, and they were ready for even that 4-step in by the Drow Ranger. They had to...
Aegis has now fallen out.
They need to push out the lanes and or use Precision Aura to prevent this push. Like, Luna is incredibly strong. I'm pretty sure she could probably team wipe all 5 of them. And imagine that with Fatal Bonds. That's going to be disgusting.
Goodness, and here we go. Anna, he's just picked up the Hex and using it there to help out S4. Get yet another successful duel win. 20-9, it's looking incredibly good for OG, and as you said, I mean, they could go high ground, just drop down 2 ults around the racks, and there's not a lot that AD Finem can do to try and fight underneath it in terms of defending their buildings.
Doug might get hexed up here. They do need to use the 4-step to pop the Lincolns.
Gonna roll forward, Jarex with the initial control, he's got the silence, he's got the stun, dropping everything down, they'll shove him back, in come the balls of fury from Anna.
Too many pickoffs on the side lane. AD Finem trying to stall this game out, but they're just giving up way too many kills in the process. No-Tail out alone. This could be a big Eclipse from them. If they try and engage, they're trying to wrap around from behind.
This is a risky fight for AD Finem to take S4. Pops the BKB, looks towards Spartan, immediately locking down the Shadow Demon, winning another duel. Now he'll turn towards Madara, chasing down the Drow Ranger who's trying to turn, trying to fight. He will go for the BKB.
This could be a big Eclipse from them. If they try and engage, they're trying to wrap around from behind.
This is a risky fight for AD Finem to take S4. Pops the BKB, looks towards Spartan, immediately locking down the Shadow Demon, winning another duel. Now he'll turn towards Madara, chasing down the Drow Ranger who's trying to turn, trying to fight. He will go for the BKB TP out and will indeed get himself away successfully.
They have the rock to cover her tracks. That is just way too many abilities to even hope that you can burst her down before the fight starts. Alternatively, you could burst down OD, but I don't think that's really a likely possibility either. Well, like, where's their burst coming from? There's no Dagon on the puck this game, which he's gone for in the past few.
And here comes the push. OG ready to go in full force. They'll get the silence. The Hex now drops down onto a second. They'll find not just the Spartan, a Skylark as well. That's 2 out for AD Finem. And OG will be able to make short work here of this mid set of racks though. Setting down the veil, nothing more as of yet. No-Tail still has that double ultimate at his disposal. He doesn't even need to use it at this stage. It's just the threat of it that holds AD Finem back and allows OG to get those racks absolutely smashed in the mid lane.
The way that AD Finem have gotten this far is by keeping it a relatively stable sort of game for them, and I think No-Tail was really the player in this game that changed the state of play with his scepter. It just destroyed that first fight and was just a do not pass sign in any of these team fights.
They know that he's hiding here. They have that ward down. They know he came down the lane. They're hunting from a Jerax. He'll find him. Eclipse drop down into the tree line. No-Tail and Jerax making it happen. Shiva's car picked up by Anna as well.
S4, is he going to get a pickup?
Is attending. I mean, he could try for something. And he is going to try for it. But he doesn't get it. Fly picks up the Aegis. Skylark loses his life.
Nice try. Valiant attempt.
I mean, you have to go for these plays, I guess, when you're kind of forced back at this stage of the game.
Guess how long ago AD Finem's last kill was?
A couple of series. Oh, well, a series. Buyback from Skylark. MNT will still be down for 35 seconds. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Mana has been caught out by S4, and he's down for 90 seconds. Jumping from Mana with the Hex onto the ball. Sanity's Eclipse is out, and they just tap it out. It's all too much for AD Finem here in Game 1. They've had some great wins recently over the last couple of days, but now meeting up against OG, this first match proving